Welcome everyone to Price Action Live at Traders Post for February 3rd, 2026. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike, the NQ Surfer Christensen, co-founder and CSO of Traders Post. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as Traders Post, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, Traders Post has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Use coupon code WELCOME26 to get 50% off your launch plan account for first-time subscribers. Mike, Celebrity Mike, journeyman trader who goes on different podcasts and trades in front of the world. How does it feel to be back home on your own live stream?
Back home and feeling pretty good about yesterday. I had 2 wins on that stream with Zach Boisian, but I actually did also hit a max profit for the day in another account after that stream ended, and then even managed to pick up another max profit overnight here. So the wins keep coming in. Hopefully this is going to be a strong week for me overall.
Awesome. Did you feel you traded any differently when you're on another stream?
Patient. I waited a long time for a setup. I probably would have normally jumped in right away to the long, which I should have, obviously, because it was a really nice bullish open. But I was following my rules and stuck with the plan. Faded a couple of moves in the other direction, and then the third short was the one that pulled all the way back to VWAP, and that's the one that got me to max profit for the day. So, despite the bullish day, I was short all day.
Hey, the way you like it, I guess.
That's usually what I like. Yeah, it's my weird bias for being short markets, even when they're bullish.
It was beautiful. One scene, I hadn't seen the new version of the command pad, so it's even more detailed. I love it, and
Yep.
seeing it live in the wild there on stream. I mean, it just felt like, hey, this is totally different. Like, what's going on here? It looked
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, just the functions to be able to set up my break-even stops, set up a trailing stop, cancel the open orders, reset a new limit order open, open the cancel, or maybe I have a limit order open, but I decide screw it, let me just cancel that and we'll go open a market order. Just sending the market order cancels the open limit order. So there's just so much functionality that's built into Traders Post that isn't as obvious until you send a lot of orders to us. And that's what the command pad opens up the opportunity for, is just being able to set up your trades, set up multiple orders, get a bunch of resting orders set with the broker, and see it all plotted out with a reference account. You obviously can't see all the accounts in one place unless you have like NinjaTrader open, but even there, it's going to give you kind of a partial view of your pending orders. So normally I just go to the strategy dashboard and I just look at all the accounts and I can quickly reference those and make sure that they're all in a trade and where their P&L is and stuff like that. So today is going to be a fun one. We've got all the accounts in profit on their way. It looks like we've touched the R1 zone and we seem to be finding resistance here, at least for the last several hours now through the overnight. We've been dancing around this resistance band for a little while. So I'm kind of expecting that at market open here in the next 2 minutes, if we keep pushing down, we may have rejected R1 and might be heading back down about 140 points down to 25,800. If we don't and we bounce, then it could be a nice run to the upside here, maybe to 180, potentially all-time highs. We'll see. I don't think all-time highs. That's too much. That'd be a 2.5% day. So maybe not that.
I'm seeing something very similar. I have a neutral on my trend today, so I'm gonna pay attention to chop is likely inbound, which means chop around the daily VWAP. However, I do have, like you said, the downside risk to 860, and ultimately to 658 if it really continues lower. I am having a sell signal here on the 2 hour. So even though it's neutral for me, I am bearish slanted. So instead of trading both sides of the chop, I'm only going to be putting in shorts, which I'm in one right now.
Got it. Yeah, this is looking bearish right away here. I see sellers on Bookmap are mounting, but there's some resting orders at 925 and 920 that could pick this up.
So the other day, I'm in the back end of Traders Post entering my trades manually. Sometimes I go into the submit signal there, enter it manually, and I'm like going through it. I was like, what am I doing? Why am I not using command pad? This feels ancient compared, like not as slick as compared to the command pad. And I pulled it up, and it was a lot more fun to play around with.
Yeah, I think we need to, I think when we cover all the order types and get it set up to where it works perfectly with all the asset classes, we may just need to move command pad into the Traders Post dashboard. So at any point, you can just open up that part of the app. It'll just go full screen, and you could even use your mobile phone as your command pad.
Right. A big hello to Peter at Adventure Trader here today. So nice to have you guys here. Peter, I think it's going to be on. What is it? Later on this week. I don't know if it's tomorrow or the day after, but it's definitely going to be trading on Price Action Live.
Oh, fantastic!
All right, what are we seeing here? Sell off at 9:30. Let's see if this is a fake out.
Yeah, I'm going to pay attention to the 15-minute chart from the open here to try to ignore some of this, these fast-moving candles on the lower time frames. So give it a few minutes from the open, because even as I'm looking at Bookmap here, there's 158 contracts resting at 900. So even if we pull back another 25 points, I'm expecting buyers are going to push this right back up again. And there it is.
Right.
Well, we filled some of that initial gap here from the open. We had about a 20 basis point gap open. Most of that's been filled. It's almost too small to count. Just kind of picking up where we left off yesterday. This slow drift upward in the overnight session. I do expect we may continue to test this from the open. I honestly, Tom, for the first time, I think I might be predicting a chop open here.
Flush is 5%.
When is command pad available for regular people? I am putting the finishing touches on a tutorial that kind of explains how the beta program is going to work, and how to set it up in your account. One of the things that I wanted to do was make it a little bit easier for command pad to recognize your strategies. So you'll see I integrated this new feature where if you go to your strategies page, it actually sees that you have strategies that are not connected to command pad, and you can just hit this plus button and it will go and add everything about that strategy to your command pad. So that makes it a lot easier. You don't need to, you don't need to enter everything manually, because it can do some of this automatically for you.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
God, don't leave Mike alone with an AI, man. Comes back with well, the polite way is a great program. There we go. I'm not going to say the joke I was going to say.
I knew what you meant.
I would love to. There's two things. I was playing around with command pad. I was like, oh, I would love these two things. It seems like a V2, V3 sort of thing.
Okay.
One is I'll often want to queue my orders before market open. So, or even like when the futures are closed. I like the idea of, okay, this is what my plan is. I want to have this order at open. I want to be able to press a button and I know that it's queued and ready to go. I couldn't figure out how to do that properly. And then I would love to. I'm often trying to predict the path of where price will go that day, and I would love to have like another screen that I switch to in the command pad that gives me like I'm able to plot where I think price might go, the levels that I want to pay attention to, so that I could see like a mini graph or something like that within it. But it seems like, I don't know, it seems like overkill. But I'd love to see, like, am I following my plan, or am I taking a long and I was totally expecting a short here? Like, what's going on?
Interesting. Yeah, let's collaborate on that second one. The first one, definitely, I think we talked about even having like a scheduled signal that could be sent from command pad if you leave your computer open and your window open, where before market close, we send off a signal to close out or cancel your orders or whatever.
Right.
So there could be some scheduled trades that could be established. Aventura asks, is it included with Traders Post, or is it an extra charge? No extra charge. It'll be part of any subscription at any plan, or even on the free trials. The objective here is really just to make sending signals to Traders Post easier.
You need $80 in which direction, Trey?
Well, there's nothing worse than your entire prediction for price action to happen in the first 4 minutes, and that sucks.
This is why I enter my trade before market opens. I hate that feeling. Currently up 270 on that, and I don't have to think about it.
All right, there's always another opportunity. So the gap's been filled. The entire move's been done. We just touched down on yesterday's VWAP, actually. Looks like a little bit of a continuation here.
That's right.
Potentially have an opportunity to bounce from S1. So still going to wait a little bit longer. You know, I still want price action to calm down a little bit before I get involved.
My next level down, now that we hit the level that I was expecting, that's right over here. 860. My next level down here is 658. But there are a couple of things in between there. We have a previous level at 779, and then the weekly VWAP at 713. So plenty of bounces in order to add to the trade.
Yep.
So I've started, Mike, adding into trades.
Oh, no way.
Now I've yeah, because it's like you get to your profit targets just way faster. So and we're generally right with predicting what direction price will go to, and if there's momentum in that direction, it's sort of silly not to. I have not. Yeah, exactly. I keep
as it's
on
not
my
a choppy day. I think that's the big thing. Is like make sure it's not choppy, because adding to a choppy environment sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I keep in mind the story you told about Tom at Tasty Trade trading live, and when the move is there, leaning into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, oh, the thing that makes me not do that is that I'm scared.
Then don't trade with fear.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the scaredness as risk management, but it's not risk management. The trade that I'm waiting for, the train's here, and I'm not swinging. What was the point of watching the whole thing?
I like that attitude for sure.
And it doesn't prevent me from that fear doesn't prevent me later on from still failing. It's not like I don't still lose a profit from account or whatever, like by being scared that way. So I was like, okay, Tom, you're being ridiculous.
This is part of the journey, though, is having those moments, and every step where we find a new way to view our trading, view risk management, view trading, putting a trade on. You know, even for me, it was overcoming tilt. And I'm finally at a point now where I know that sensation. I know what causes that. And I'm trading in a much more casual and comfortable way ever since then. So on that subject, I'm now 14 days sober from being on tilt.
Well, speaking of casually trading, like it was funny. Zach was, yeah, this is the sell off.
Okay, here's S1 then. I see buyers down here at 825. Aventura says, I was watching Rips this morning and he leaves to go to the bathroom on stream. Now I don't feel so guilty. We told you that's a sin, Aventura.
I'm finding that if I don't follow Trey on X, like following Trey on X now makes me get a better sense of what's going on in the trading space and the prop firm space online. Now I don't skip any of his posts. I think X knows that I interact with his posts the most. So it's like I get Trader's posts, and then anything to do about Bitcoin. I was like, oh my God, I'm really getting everything here.
G asks, Tom, how do you manage those mental battles?
I lost a massive sum of money trading, and so most of my mental battles are like a little bit performative. I'm not actually filled with FOMO and all that sort of thing. I just sort of let it go. My fear, though, that fear of leaning into a trade comes from how I lost my money, where I thought I was all confident and I just leaned into it 100%, and then I just completely lost it all. And so that's my PTSD I'm trying to avoid. But everything else, I sort of don't feel anything for it anymore, other than amusement. All right, add into the trade where Mike. I watch Mike's past price action lives, and I go, okay, if I just trade the way Mike says, I'm way better. Like I kept fighting him on how he was doing it, and then I was like, okay, if I just follow what he says, are my numbers better? And they really are. So now I'm 2 legs into this trade. I'm up $380, and let's see how we can if we can keep it.
Oh, great. This isn't going to make me envious that you're now trading my strategy and my approach better than I am. Fantastic. Well, I'm a little nervous at this S1 line. I'm having a hard time wanting to get short, and this is kind of what happened yesterday, where I didn't want to get long when I should have been getting long. I see this whole move, and I see the potential of this being a nice retrace. Um, the market has repriced this Warsh appointment, and most of that price action took place on Friday. Um, and what I'm trying to pay attention to now is this relationship between gold and the S&P 500. And I think that that correction we saw last Friday was a very important correction. The market is basically saying, okay, we like this Warsh appointment. This is good for the economy, and the way that we're going to pull out of this deficit is through nominal GDP growth,
Right.
which I understand like the opinions on Warsh, how he's a little more hawkish, maybe less flexible on rates, and he could be a good Fed chair, but he's got 11 other people to convince. So that's the interesting thing around it. But what I noticed is gold just started to push right back up again, and I thought that the repricing would kind of continue, and we're almost like right back into this insane territory for gold and silver. And if the S&P wants to pull back further from here, it starts to get interesting. Like what's the market saying? It seems like Friday was the correct move, and now we're sort of mean reverting back where we were.
So yes, yesterday's move up to me was way clearer because of the ISM catalyst. I got in above we were 52, I believe. So expansionary. So I totally expected that move yesterday up. Today's move though, it's less clear to me. Like the short is less clear to me.
Hmm.
Um, the gold and silver thing, because the silver is still silver is that weird thing where both is a safe haven asset, but also is part of the commodity cycle, whereas gold isn't. And
Right.
so I actually think gold potentially has topped, but silver not necessarily. There might be a last hurrah in silver.
Okay.
Um, but generally speaking, I think both of those guys they're pretty much done. What you were saying here about the Washington GDP is interesting. So I just wanted to clarify: you're paying attention to that ratio between the S&P and gold because you believe that the focus on GDP will cause a drop in the inequities.
I think what we want to see is that for the long run, we want to confirm that the economy will continue to recover, and the proxy for GDP will come through the form of the S&P 500. So if you look over the long run here, there's always been this roughly 2-to-1 ratio between the S&P 500's price and gold's price. So this is a spread ticker that you can implement or you can enter on TradingView. I just do ES1 exclamation divided by GC1 exclamation. And this gives us the long-term view on the relationship between the S&P 500 and gold. And generally speaking, S&P should outperform gold because the economy tends to grow faster than gold store of value. But what we saw here over these last several months is gold has been skyrocketing in value, and that relationship started to tank. What I'm hoping for here is a recovery that indicates that nominal GDP grows from this point forward and starts to outstrip and outpace the value in gold.
I see.
That's good news for the economy, of course, but we need to actually see that
Whoa!
happen. Okay, this is a
God
move.
dang it!
This is a move down
I
to
didn't
the
even get to
weekly
get my
VWAP
third
here,
leg. Yeah.
the overnight.
All right. I'll be looking to go long around 658.
All right, that's S1 broken.
Damn, I didn't even get to add a third leg to that.
I have no legs.
Yeah, this is exactly the sort of thing you don't like missing.
No, it's the worst, especially since I got, I've gotten some flack in the past about getting involved so quickly from the open, and I told
Right. And this is exactly what you're talking about. Like, these are the moves.
these are the moves you missed. Sometimes the market's just in a rush to reprice. There's something about today's open. It could have to do with the potential expectation around what's going to happen with JOLTS. It could have something to do with earnings reports that came in yesterday. Whatever it is, there's a flush out here in which the market's repricing, and when it finds its new its new price point that's important, that's when we start to see a little bit more stability and maybe a reversal here, a little bit of mean reversion. So I'm just going to wait for the bounce. I see 212 contracts at 725, which is the overnight weekly VWAP. There could be a nice reversal trade here. Then I'll just look to go long.
Yeah, I'm debating closing my position out now because I really want to get to 658. And I definitely go long from over there.
Got it.
That is what I'm inclined to do. I'm the cloth. Nice to have you here. I don't know if you saw this before, Mike, but Peter's up 4 trades today, $73. He's done for the day. He's practicing discipline.
Ooh, I like it. Well done. That's what we're paid to do. This is what I was saying on Zach's stream yesterday. We are paid to manage risk, not to take YOLO trades or just be in all the time or take 100 trades for the day. You get paid for that kind of discipline.
Yeah, so it's very interesting watching him, Zach, like talk through his thinking about the trades he should take and shouldn't take. Should he add in? Should he not?
Yeah.
It was fun to hear that, but more fun for me, obviously, was that like because we talk about this so much, you had an answer for everything. It's great. You never sat there going, "Oh, I don't know. I've never thought about that before." It's like, nope. Mike's thought about all of this many times.
Definitely learned a lot over the years. All right.
Wait, what's silver doing? Oh, silver's 14% up. Gee,
that's what I'm saying. That's what has me a little bit confused about Friday's repricing of the precious metals market.
Bitcoin is just like not doing anything. There was a whole narrative about how if the ISM was above 50, that would spark the big rally in Bitcoin. As you guys know, I do not believe that. I believe that we're going to 56,000 on Bitcoin, and that'll be the bottom before we can move back up. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, give me a second here.
Oh man, is this the long? Is this the bounce?
I already bought it.
I don't want to hang on to this. Not sure what to do. It's a chop day, so I should get out. All right, I'm out. That was 580 on that trade. Let's see. I would really prefer getting down to that 560 level, 570 level.
Oh my goodness, these candles are nuts. I'm going to struggle with this one just a little bit. I might have to pull the plug early, but
what price did you get
in here? We need a nice clean close above this 8 EMA. We might be able to push a little bit farther to session VWAP. I see buyers lifting the offer here.
No, I don't. So I'm looking to short now from 848 if we get there.
Okay, I'm going to go with a 25-point trailing stop. Let's just get that started. All right, that's at break even now. So as you guys saw, I was able to very quickly just set up a 25-point trailing stop that canceled my open take profit and stop loss. And now I'm just going to chase after price as far as it's willing to go. And I don't have to touch anything. This just got set on all of my accounts, including my live account in futures.
All right, so we are in negative gamma, $632 million negative gamma. I should have held on to that short, so I'm going to enter again at 840. I shouldn't have held on to the short. I should have exited at weekly VWAP and get back in at 848. I believe we are headed down, so that'll be my bias.
Nice. Aventura says, I'm so glad you guys started doing this stream. I really enjoy it. Trade with friends, learn something new, and have fun. Absolutely. That's why we do it. I want to showcase, obviously, what Traders Post can do, but really, this is just a blast hanging out with people that know the markets.
Yeah, it's so hard to find those people in regular life.
Oh, yeah. And they're willing to nerd out with you about it. They're like, cool, man. So, yeah, trading, cool.
Yeah.
Most people have no idea. All right. Well, 1 for 1 here this morning. Got stopped out on that last trade in profit. The Holy Grail strat repaints. So sad. You know, it's such a common thing. I'm sorry to hear that. We've written an article about it on Traders Post, the blog as well. It's tough. It's, you know, it's one of those important things to make sure you dial in the right code to make sure that you've accounted for repainting. You're waiting for bar closes. You're waiting for things to confirm before sending off signals, because that intra bar indicator can be tough to overcome for sure.
Yeah. Am I not getting into my other short? Come on, give me 848. Give me 848.
What do you mean?
I want.
Peter says almost all of my friends are traders, which is funny because Peter's now a trader. So your friends were traders before you were?
Yes. Yeah, actually, that's true. I never thought about that until just now, Peter. You're right. You're surrounded by traders. I just don't know them. They're not my friends. Okay, I guess I gotta get back into my short here. There we go.
Something is off. Holy cow. What is going on? I'm not going to argue it. Obviously, if this is where price wants to run, it's where it's going to run. That's a nice view up bounce there. But we're moving so quick, it's been hard for me to get in here. Let's go.
We got 9 minutes, less than 9 minutes before the 10 o'clock candle, which is the Hunger Games candle.
I volunteer as tribute. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not convinced, Tom.
Of a short?
Of a short yet, yeah.
Oh no, I mean I'm being silly here. I'm trying to get a little bit extra squeeze on this orange to 658. Because that's where I feel more comfortable getting long. I shouldn't actually be short here.
I mean, I could see the potential that we pull another 60, 70 points down to S2 here. But this wick right off of that weekly view app has me convinced we might be pushing from here.
The issue I'm having is that the dollar has gone back to rising up.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin just is not responding to this up move at all. Like it's just giving up the ghost. So
yeah,
we're back down to 77,000 on Bitcoin. So
yeah, and I want to pay attention to what's happening with precious metals in the bond market too. Bond market's been ticking down about a basis point or two again, so not a huge move or anything. The Mag 7 seems to be kind of mixed today. Broadcom's down a little bit, Microsoft's down a little bit. So some of this, it seems like this is mostly coming from Nvidia and Microsoft today.
oh really? Okay, so then that's not going to last forever.
Mm-hmm. It's looking a little more choppy here.
Yeah. Oops. Let's see.
Well, I'd like this to happen. I'd like to see a choppy move that closes above VWAP, and I'll wait for that cross and try to take the long on the other side. It looks like we found some support here at 750. As I'm looking at Bookmap, I see a little bit of imbalance on that side of the books. There does appear to be more buyers at the 750 mark relative to sellers on the other side. It's a little bit imbalanced, but not a ton. So I want to see this shake out. POC is at 793. When I see an agent, I run. Gotta
Nice.
find the nearest phone so you can get out. Matrix, anybody? No? Okay.
Oh yeah, top 10 movie.
It's a nice down move. I love it for the short selling, but now I've been so bullish biased, I'm having a hard time going short.
Yeah, and I'm going short right into like support, so I feel terrible. But,
I can't believe we've been making money in this chop on the daily chart, though. Like, this whole range here has just been weird.
right. Well, happily, my indicators have told me just where price will go. Oh God, I love it. I did a whole upgrade this weekend for the Sacred Profit Core indicators. That just made
Nice.
me so much better. Uh, all right, there we go. So there's the short I was expecting.
155 contracts at 700 and growing. So we're going to have a little bit of a fuzzy close right around the weekly view app there.
Like I said, 658 is what I'm expecting. That's where I think the bottom is, like around there.
Yeah.
And I think that happens right at 10 o'clock, and then we rocket the other way. Who knows? But that's my bet.
This has happened a few times in these last few weeks here. I think I missed this move too. So now I've officially missed this one.
I should mention in general, folks, I do think we're going to see a 20% down at least on the S&P and the Nasdaq in 2026. So I want to be there for that trend.
What do you think would cause the pullback like that?
It seems that we're like in a top and pattern right now as the administration, the U.S. administration, will be focusing on growth. I think that pulls liquidity from financial markets into the economy. And so where the marginal dollar comes in will be problematic. Also, if we saw the Fed presser recently, the last one, he was talking about how it looks like maybe AI is helping to hide the unemployment number because productivity is actually going up, but some of the metrics for what's going on with employees are going down. And so if we actually get job losses, then we can get an acceleration to the downside because of passive investing that'll be pulling back. So there's another headwind to liquidity.
Okay.
And Bitcoin to me is a leading indicator for global liquidity, and Bitcoin is not responding to this whole option space that's causing the S&P to go to all-time highs while Bitcoin's at 77,000. I think Bitcoin's telling the true story. All right, we're almost to 658. Give me that wick, sell off this position, give me that 250 buckos, and go the other way. Please, please. Yes.
Something else is happening here today, Tom.
Well, now I'm long, so I hope not.
We're down 181 points from the open, 0.75%. Gold keeps rallying. Was there some kind of reversal on Warsh's appointment?
I don't think so. We're just at $1.1 billion negative gamma, and when we're in negative gamma, moves get exacerbated. Well, I might be wrong. There might be some news, but I hate trading news.
Me too.
I don't know how you feel about it. It gets in my head, and I go, "This is how people should react." The chart tells you told me this. The chart tells us what's going on.
The chart does tell us what's going on, but I shouldn't care what's happening. However, I would be more confident if I knew. It's sort of like the Iran sell-off. Like I did really well with that because once you know that's what it is, you know it's negative for the markets.
All right, let's see what the X is saying then. Did I go long too soon?
I mean, we just broke through two of my major support levels and are now breaking outside of the regression trend. This is not looking good.
So it's reversing yes, it is complete move. No, I can't believe that. No, I think my long's the right choice. Let's see, 2 minutes till 10 o'clock candle. Can I even stay in the position though? Ugh.
want to wait this out because I'm expecting a really good bullish rally here, but it's not arriving. The buyers that have been here have disappeared. I've got a bunch of sellers at 750. So where'd everybody go? What's going on?
I don't see any big news.
Now we're starting to break down to S3. So we're going to 552 now.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh my,
so
oh my.
this is huge. This is a big candle here.
Jiminy Cricks. Come on, Tom, give it some room. 40 seconds left for the 10 o'clock candle. Come on. Ten seconds.
All right, Aventura asks, has using Bookmap improved my trading? And Tom, are you using it as well? I do think it has helped me understand where liquidity is showing up, especially in the form of large resting orders and large lot sizes. It helps me understand support and resistance a little bit better than just lines on the chart taken from the higher time frames. It helps me confirm those levels as well. But occasionally sellers or buyers will show up at specific prices that have no correlated indicators. And that is extremely helpful in determining what the market's saying about price. And right now, the buyers are gone. Like there's some small lot sizes that are showing up at, every $10 move. But this sell-off will persist until buyers can enter the market again. And I'll see that in the form of resting orders at some point here. Looks like we're headed to 552.
Well, my long got screwed. I still think we go long.
Looking at the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, all the same. This move from Sunday, we've already retraced 50% of it. So a move to 552 or slightly beyond would be an 0618 fib retrace. We could see a bounce from there, but now I'm just gonna have to sit on my hands. There's no getting into this short.
Yeah. I just placed a bunch of long stop buys for the reverse back up because
down around those zones.
Yeah, because the next level I have down here, I can I even believe it? 24.6. That's the next level I have down here.
Well, not on my game today. Usually I'm pretty good at switching direction and switching bias, but I came into the market with a bullish bias and a bullish viewpoint, and it just did not show up. So the lesson here for me is remember to just read price action. Try not to forecast too much.
Yeah, anchoring on the bias is rough. Yep. Shoot, do I go short here? I can't do that, can I? Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Are you gonna go for it?
I don't sit around not doing it.
I mean, I don't see massive lots showing up just yet on the buy side.
I'll just lose the money.
And, there's a little bit of there's 70 orders starting to build at 500, but it's just been a slow escalator down here. We're at a place now where there's a little bit of a new POC starting to develop right here at 600 or 595, but no, it's going to keep going.
Oh wait, do I have a level of 438? Really?
No kidding. We're going to make it that far down?
438. Where are you? Oh, please don't tell me I made that mistake.
Here's the S3 line, 552.
No, I don't see it. All right, well, I'm going short. If 438 is if it's going to the next level, I'm going to be there for the next level.
I don't know if the next level's coming.
I mean, ridiculous. Long is where I want to be now.
I do too. I just don't see the buyers yet.
Yes, that's why I have stop orders.
Yep. Oh, and I would very much love a long here. I mean, there's a potential 200 to 250 point move if this reverses out and mean reverts. All right, there's part of the tail.
Right.
ATR is risen.
I'm going long. I'm going long here. I feel longish.
Closed.
Stop below the recent candle low, and that'll be that. All right, Tom. Let's see if you can make $1,000 on the other way up.
Right there. We'll set another limit entry right below in case it likes to retrace. Happens all the time. So be like 2 below, closed.
If this doesn't work, then I'm out, because I'm going to end up giving it all back today. Give me that wick, 2 hour. Give me that wick. Bouncing off the 50-minute VWAP. Is it
Still
not
don't see
going?
a ton of buyers here yet, but I do like the candle close there. And we kind of wicked off of that S3 line just a little bit. I'm a little iffy on this one.
Yeah, certainly.
ATR is rising still. This could be a tough reversal to trade.
Peter doesn't want to trade the market and his own bias at the same time. Yeah, one enemy is good enough. Tom, has become payout poppy gone to your head, and has it helped your love life? Yes, and yes. I'm a practicing narcissist, so and my wife likes that, so that's great. It's wonderful.
All right, I figured there was going to be a retrace there. Looking for buyers to find support. I got leg 2 in. A little nervous about it though.
Yep, it's not looking good. Not looking good. I just don't know if I want to switch and go short. I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm about to be stopped out. Dang, that's $300 given back.
On the cloth is short. Well, you're welcome for the liquidity. All right, there's the candle test. Bummer.
There we go.
Wrong side of the market today.
Well, I guess I'm going short.
It's a freight train today.
I guess negative gamma is continuing. Can we get the 68 on S&P? I guess so. Well, when the dollar rises, I should be careful.
Okay, I'm starting to see buyers mounting at 550. It feels like the right spot. I've got my stop at 540, and 550 is the S1 line, or excuse me, S3 line for the day. What's going on here? TradingView's pricing disappeared there for a second. That was one new leg down.
I got so fed up with repainting, I quit using indicators altogether. Yeah, I could understand that.
What's going on here, TradingView? What is your deal today? All right, that was the S3 line at 554. There were some buyers there. Sellers are trying to push it back down. There could be a little congestion here for a bit before this long plays out. But even if I manage to get break even on this, I'd be pretty happy.
Right. All right. That's it for me. I'm not winning here. It's so funny. Like, I'm right in the. I get the target that I'm aiming for, and then for some reason, I can't just leave it there.
I get that. Everything's down today.
I just want to be brilliant and get the other side of it. Oh my God, Tom, look at that. The reversal and everything.
Ego trading is not very profitable. Yeah, it's 50 points. 5150. ATR is now at 45. Yeah, we're about the top end of the ATR zone that I'm willing to take.
Why didn't I just go long silver last night? Actually, it was long silver last night. I got just stopped out before it bounced up again.
Bummer.
So silly. Silver's great for like passing evals and all that, but it's brutal on funded accounts.
All right. I might have actually still found the bottom here.
Yeah.
It's looking a little more promising. I need to see a better engulfing candle now.
I was trading too much as well last year. I quit that as well. I left so much money on the table. Yeah, totally understand that.
Let's do 60.
I was being murdered until I started using sacred profit indicators. Thank you, Peter. I feel like I was gambling, trading blind. That's exactly how I felt. That's why I made them, folks. My indicators are made after losing mucho dineros.
Many doll hairs. Yep, good call on POC. Moved down to about 763. There's still a little bit of choppiness right here at this 550 to 560 level.
We're about to get to one of Mustang Trader's trade setups where you get the cross between the overnight VWAP and the weekly. Is that more short, more downside? Oh my God.
Yeah, is it going to leg down again here? We can't seem to get a close or an engulfing candle. The buyers don't have it yet. Bummer, bummer. $550 still seems like an important level, but I see even more orders down here at 500, so it looks like a leg down is possible, and probably like a 75% chance of that happening. I'm probably going to get stopped out. Daily loss for the day. I want to hook Mike's command pad to a Novation launch pad with actual buttons. Should be possible, maybe. I've been reading through the documentation on the Chrome extension hotkeys, and you have to manually assign them to specific events. It gets a little complicated if you have multiple strategies, because then the question is, which hotkey do you want to assign this to? So I'm going to play around with how it might work and see if I can sort of assign it to whatever the active strategy is. I got to get out. This is what a bummer. Wait, I think I hit the button too early. No, I was not short. I should have been short all morning on the cloth. I've made some bad decisions today. I did not expect this sell-off. I've been pretty bullish here since we found the bottom here at the 200 level. I wasn't expecting a full retrace today.
Yeah, I'm surprised it continued. That would have been a great short to hold on to.
Yep. All right, where does that put me for the day? Not terrible. I'm looking at one of the largest traded accounts. So, that was down 400 something in that one account. But the other ones aren't going to be terrible. Yeah, so I'm down about 171 on average, around 330 or so in some of the larger accounts. Well managed risk.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you feel about calling it?
Call it from here. Yeah, I'm not playing the right setups here this morning, and ultimately need to walk away before I end up on tilt or try to revenge trade. You guys know how it goes.
Yeah. I set my a bunch of buy stops on the way back up. Let's see what happens there. But all right, let's leave it there for today.
It's a good
Guys, thank you
call,
so much
actually.
for being here. Sorry, one more
Just
time.
as a point of demonstration, let me actually set a buy stop up here at 611 so you guys can see how this can be done from the command pad. So I can
Right.
actually paste the price. Just find it on the chart here and click copy price, and then paste it here and choose stop market as my entry type. I'll do about 150 up and 50 down for take profit and stop. Put in some of my criteria, leg one, this would be below, closed, why this trade. These are all my criteria. You can enter, whatever criteria works for you. This will be a reversal break, decent setup score, and I'll click buy long. It's going to send the signal to open that resting order with the brokers across all of my prop accounts and my live account. And that's just going to sit there resting until it actually gets triggered.
Beautiful.
I think that's it, though. Just wanted to demonstrate again the possibilities of different order types on Traders Post. It's funny. I've heard from so many people that still think that all we can do is support market orders. So I'm definitely looking to dispel that myth. We can do all kinds of orders if the broker supports it, of course. And Tradeovate supports a wide range of really nice order types.
It's so interesting that would be a narrative that anyone would have.
I think it was
Such
kind
a
of a mistake
strange
with
one.
how we were showing lines on the chart, in our early videos of using line alerts. Now we've
Right.
got, the command pad to demonstrate lots of different order types. So
I see.
is that it? There's the surge right there.
Better not because I'm short. I
That's feeling better, actually. I want to see an 8 EMA close.
All right. I'm
All
out
right.
of here, folks. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. I think Peter will be here tomorrow. I'll check in with him because that'll be fun. We'll be back later on this afternoon at 3 p.m. for office hours. So if you have any questions about Command Pad, about Traders Post, about anything within the trading space that we can help you out with, please do let us know. Join us live today. But until then,